we're gonna go hit a lift. It's super late for me right now. I never hit lifts this late. It's like pushing 9:30, so it's not too bad. But I haven't lifted the past couple days, so it's been tied up with work, and that's not an excuse to skip the gym. So probably gonna do something light, to be honest. It's been a while since I hit a little arm day, so I've just been kind of hitting PPL just through my cruise, like through my health phase. So I'm thinking a little gun run, just a nice little pump. Gun run or chest, I haven't decided yet. As you guys already know, it's gonna be raw, man. I don't fucking play around with no crazy edits and shit when it comes to YouTube videos. I put the phone up and I shoot it, man. That's it. So if you don't like that, then you're not gonna like this video. But for those who rock with the content, you're gonna watch it through 100%. One thing I am grateful for living on the West Coast though, is the winters. Like, they're not so bad. So I don't have to worry about going outside and freezing my tail off, man. Like, the weather's pretty mild, to be honest. So pretty much what I usually do for my workout, as you guys already know, grab a scoop and a half of whey, put some cinnamon in there, then I put my EAAs together. Usually I'll take my creatine in the morning. I don't really worry too much about getting that in around my workout. And then rip a little banana. It'd be nice to actually go to the gym that's closer to my house, but gyms where I'm located, they close mad early. So like my regular gym that I go to, which is like that sick gym, you see it in all my content. It's open till about midnight, but it's a little bit farther away. Yeah, I don't really like going to that too often, especially when it's late, because it just ties into the commute. It's about a 30-minute commute, 35-minute commute for me roughly to get down there, but it's worth it. It's the only gym in my area anyways that's like a bodybuilding gym that's sick, has good utility, all the Panada equipment. Well, simply put, we got the pre-workout carbs, we're loaded up with what we need to train. Well, let's get after it. We'll see you at the gym. Not so fast. I forgot I had an Amazon package. All right, I'm not gonna rip a full warm-up today. I'll just do a quick one. The workout's not gonna be too crazy because it's late and the gym closes soon. The one downside to this gym, they have a subwoofer in the middle of the floor and they just blast music. Even though it's good music, YouTube don't like that, man. Get those copyright flags going. Don't get me wrong, man. I rock with some Goosebumps, but YouTube copyright don't like it. And I feel bad complaining because the owner's actually a really nice guy. Yeah, man, this gym's sick, 100%. I'm super grateful to have it because where I'm currently located, we never had nothing like this, man. Probably for a good 3-4 years almost, for the time that I've been living here anyway. I've mostly just been dealing with cookie cutter corporate gyms. And like, even though those get the job done, they just suck for overall utility, right? Equipment's usually pretty garbage. You're dealing with just fucking bare bones. Techno gym, hoist, hammer strength. Can't shoot content there most of the time. Space is either just limited or they just have rules around it. People complain. The reason why this gym is sick, like the owner will come up and ask me for freaking feedback on the lighting, like the down lighting and stuff. He'd be like, is it too bright in here, man? Like, I know you guys take pictures and shoot videos. Like, I want to make sure the lighting's perfect for you. Couldn't ask for a better environment, man. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really got the itch to actually do like a full growth cycle or a push phase yet. Usually this time, I'm like already taking off blast, man. So I'm just sitting at a cruise and health phase right now. I just have other goals in mind that I'm focused on, like within the confines of the minutia. I mean, I've more or less been buried within that the last few years, building my physique. Like, it's been a good trade-off, but where I'm at right now, I'm pretty content with where I'm at with my physique. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of a cut. So I got some Retta on the way, gonna get that going. And then I'll probably just sit at where I'm currently at, 200 test. I might look into throwing a little bit of mass and just do like a light cycle. That's about it. Usually when I hit gun runs, it's nothing crazy, man. I think I already have an arm workout up on my YouTube, to be honest. Triceps, we success into biceps. Then I'll usually average around maybe 10 sets total, depending on how it kind of pans out. Same format, man, pretty much every time. I'll do some form of cable work on the tris, warm up the elbows. I'll hit some form of tricep push down, whether it be single arm, with the bar, with the rope. Then I'll progress into like a JM press or some form of compound. I really like JM press. I hit that pretty well, especially on the Cybex Smith machines we got here. And then usually with biceps, I kind of change it up, man. I like doing single arm preachers. I like doing standard preachers. I like doing some cable curls, dumbbell curls. Kind of depends on how I'm feeling, man, what flavor I'm feeling that day. I don't know how you're not sick of just seeing raw workout content yet. especially with how many guys do it now. It's like you can only talk about your workout so much, man. I know I'll do it when I shoot these styles of videos, but a lot of times I'll try to friggin' throw in some sauce, you know? I'm feeling single arm preachers today, but
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I do like hitting them on the other cables we got here, just some Life Fitness ones, because they got the pillar here. You can brace the elbow up for stability. Let's see what we can work with. Ever since I found this little hack, this is the only way I hit single arm tricep pushdowns now. I bridge myself up against the post. Just gives you full stability. You can just lock it in. Feels good. So again, usually I'll just hit one warm-up set on this, get right into working sets. I just feel like it just makes the elbow feel better too. It doesn't put so much strain on my tendon. All right, so here, I'll go heavy enough, but not to where I'm just fighting with it, you know what I'm saying? Because usually by those last few reps, that's where you can really feel it start to fucking... Yeah, sorry, I was not saying. Usually by those last few reps, you can just really feel it start to fight with you. It's like you'd be surprised. Like once you get past that initial burst of energy, then you start to fatigue. I don't know if you hit these. What I'll do, I'll just try to keep my chest up, head up, while still flowing through the range of motion. You don't want to hunch over. Smith machine's taken, so we got to settle for this guy. It's not my first choice for JM press, and I'll show you why. It's pretty sick that it has the easy bar grip, so it's just easier to grip on the elbows. It's actually optimized for a JM. But this here, I don't know if I'm just not in tune with the mechanics, but it just comes down so low, bro. Oh, there we go, it's not too bad. Yeah, the starting point's just real tight, right? I like to start from the top. Yeah, I just find you just get way better leverage from the starting point at the top, but we work with what we got. Yeah, range on this isn't too bad. Then I also don't like this here. That's fucked. Yeah, one thought that always makes me laugh when I come into train late on like a Friday or Saturday night is I think about what I used to do on frickin' Friday and Saturday nights. Now compared to like 5-10 years ago, just living like an absolute degenerate. Just boozing like it was going out of style, man, and partying like crazy. I don't regret those days by any means. It's just like such a funny comparison to now. Now, as you progress into your late 20s, your 30s, that endorphin hit is this right here, man. It's like, don't get me wrong, I don't advocate for being a gym cell. You still gotta have some form of a life. With that said, man, I'm sure most of us would rather be doing this, just obviously depending on where we're located, right? It's like, I'm sure if I were in Dubai, friggin' Mykonos, Miami, that lifestyle would be a little bit more accommodating, a little bit more invigorating, a little bit more of a vibe to it. But you know, most of us are just in average towns. You're not just gonna go to the dive hole club every weekend, just being around the same bums, right? That's not good for progress. Exactly why I moved out of my hometown, why you should too. That should be good to 3-coin this. Yeah, this is usually my go-to working weight for JM, just again. This is just an unorthodox piece for me. I'm always hitting the Smith. Of course, the second I set this up, both Smith machines here become available, but whatever. We work with what we got, see how this pulls. Yeah, that's the weird part about this setup. Like you can't get deep in the pocket unless you bring this down right down to like your friggin' neck, so it's touching it. That's the worst part about having no leverage coming from the bottom, right? Yeah, and this little wiggle throws you out too, but should be all right. Yeah, I'm pretty much hitting like a dead stop there. You can't come right down. That should be all right. I'm probably gonna move on. Biceps, I might hit 4 sets of bis. And then seeing what kind of time we got, I'll probably do a little superset at the end. Really like this standing preacher. You got a good pull on it. I like to hit a good warm up with these because my left bicep, it's been dealing with some nasty tendonitis in there. It's been getting better, but I don't like to friggin' play around with that, man. That's an injury that just lingers. This may be a controversial take, but if you've been in the gym for a few years and you're still getting apprehensive or tweaking over your training and just putting bandwidth towards that, you need to rethink your approach, man, 100%. Don't get me wrong, I'm a full advocate for logging and tracking whatever data you can, if that applies to the gym and moving the needle forward with regard to progressive overload, all the power to you. In any circumstance, like I preach all the time, if it gets to a point to where it's analysis by paralysis and you're just sitting there mentally gooning over numbers that are more often than not just trivial, then what are you doing, man? Like pick up the weight, Move it with intent. I'll never understand that, man. That's why one of my biggest gym pet peeves is when guys will just sit there and camp out, wait forever for equipment. At that point, you need to go get a test, man, to see if you're ND or something, or acoustic. If I'm in here, my only aim is to just get my session in, right? Unless I'm shooting some content, whatever. If what I aim to hit, the equipment's taken, I find an alternative and I go from there. I don't sit there and split hairs over it. Yeah, these always get me nice and pumped. Yeah, nice little rice cake and a banana before you come train. That's the hack. And 5 milligrams of Cialis. Yeah, I just realized in cinematic mode on the iPhone, you could drop the exposure down now, and it actually looks sick. It looks low-key cinematic. With these, I already hit a warm-up. What I'd like to do, I'll hit a mountain dog style, so I'm kind of more upright, and I just use that little back crevice of the bench just to brace up against, put my tailbone up there, and I'll be more upright, use a bit of momentum. Like I don't like going fully back because the bench is still on an angle, so it just trips me out. I guess true mountain dog style would be over on the lat pull down, right? Using the freaking leg pads for the elbows. Yeah, we ain't doing that though. All right, so come in here. I don't care if I'm swinging these a little bit. All I care about is just getting that squeeze at the top. Trying my best to bring the weight up out in front of me. Yeah, I feel like the top 2 peak male gym experiences, in my opinion, are a good arm day and a good leg day with good vertical squat patterns, you know, to the point where you feel like you're gonna uke, 100%. We're not doing no cinematic mode. I gotta figure that out. Looks way too dark. Yeah, here, I'm just gonna do something light. Overhead rope extension, and I'll superset it with some close grip pull-ups, hammer style. I'll show you what I'm gonna do in a sec. You know what I'm talking about. I got about 15 minutes to spare, so I'm gonna try and rip this. Got a light warm up, nothing crazy. It's coming here, and then I'm pulling through the bicep. Yeah, I'll take those right to failure, but when I do them, I try to come up and pull myself right over and squeeze it if it's a curl. No pump check tonight. The girl's gonna be kicking me out here in a second, so I gotta wrap it up. All right, I appreciate you for supporting me as always. You know where to find me. All my info's in the description. And then like, comment, subscribe. How do?